My name is Aziza Abdulfetah. I have studied my bachelor here in EiABC. I studied architecture and urban planning. After I have graduated, I joined the private firm Selashi Consult, and I have worked there about for 3 months, and then I moved to Ethiopian Airport Enterprise, and then I worked there for 1 year and few months, and then I joined the master's program in environmental planning and landscape design. I studied this program for 2 years, and then after completion of this program, I joined the university as a part-timer staff, assisting 2 professors of this program. After that, I quit my stay in EiABC, and then I came back again as a full-time staff. Now it has been 6 years since I have started working in EiABC. I have worked some projects, but of all those projects, the project that I think is really influential, especially for the academics, is urban green infrastructure and urban biodiversity for sub-Saharan Africa, which was done among 4 universities, 1 from Germany and 3 from Africa, including EiABC. And it helped me to develop my understanding about green infrastructure. From this project, I have learned about the concept of green infrastructure and how it is important for urban settings. And also the outcome of this project is a teaching material that could be used for the built environment programs like architecture, construction management, and city planning. So I believe it will be a good output for those kind of programs to know more about green infrastructure and then to consider green infrastructure in their own professional perspective. So the chair of landscape architecture was established in 2014 February. The main idea of this chair was to make a specialization of landscape architecture, since we had environmental planning and landscape design chair before. It's holding both of them together. So we wanted to have a specialization on landscape architecture and environmental planning separately. So with this motive, the chair was launched, and then started working on giving this special courses for landscape architecture, courses that are in urban planning and landscape architecture, and also in postgraduate programs. Then it developed its own curriculum solely dedicated for landscape architecture, and then it launched this program in 2015 October. It has been 3 years since it was started. The chair has about 5 staffs. Most of us are female staff. Every year it gives 10 courses in the first semester, and then it gives 5 courses in the second semester. These courses are given to both undergraduate and postgraduate programs. For undergraduate, urban planning and architecture programs, and for postgraduates, it's for urban design and landscape architecture itself. Our chair has collaboration both with national and international institutions. We have collaboration with government institutions like TPMO, Addis Ababa Beautification and Sanitation Agency, and locally residents in some international institutions like C40 and so on. So we have also international partners, I would say not partners, but collaborations, like IFLA, International Federation of Landscape Architects, and universities from Germany, from Africa, Ghana and Namibia mainly. I believe it's a profession of the future, so I encourage students to consider this program, landscape architecture, because of the situation we have in the country, because we're growing fast. This fast development should go in line with taking care of nature. So all the construction should be in line with sustainability. It should be nature considerate. We shouldn't make a kind of development that we regret it later on. EiABC is unique because of its establishment, and I would say it's first institutions that teach architecture, and then even new programs are coming and other universities receive it from EiABC. It's a place where change occurs with regards to this profession. So I would say this is unique of EiABC. And even the environment, the physical environment, I really like it. It's really unique from other campuses. In general, the way special courses in EiABC, the main core subjects in EiABC are taught is completely different than other courses like in 6 kilo or Arat kilo. Here it's more closer to practical. It's more closer to what you do outside after you graduate, especially the graphics, the simulation that we use help us to visualize, help the students to visualize what they have done, and then they can right away edit and then control themselves. And even the field excursions and also one-to-one education, like table critic consultations. These are like the different methodology of teaching. And in ours, especially in our cases, especially on plant identification and planting design, the students should go really close to those plants intimately and then understand what are the purposes and what are the visual benefits and so on. From the moments that I have with the EiABC, the most memorable one was the day when we get the green light to open the program of landscape architecture in master's program. So that was the big day for me, and that's a memorable one. With regards to the link between EiABC and the industry, EiABC's influence into the industry, I would say, is really, really huge, because we produce students with a professional background of the built-up environment, architects, planners, construction managers. So after they have graduated, role is to involve in the development, into the construction, into this fast infrastructure development, and I can name like from buildings to bridges, roads, dams and so on. Its impact is so huge that we can do even more better. If we make it worse, we see the worse experience outside, and if we work hard to make it quality, we can see our cities developed in that manner. I think my interest for landscape architecture came from the way I'm grown up. I was really close to nature. I studied my elementary school in Catholic school, where we used to grow vegetables, and then finally we used to eat them up in the end. And we know from the beginning, planting to harvesting, and I used to love it, and I used to do it even at my home. And then when I studied architecture, there was a new course in landscape architecture, and I really liked it. And I think these are the main motives that helped me, or that made me like the profession of landscape architecture. For the students, I would like to advise them to listen to their heart, that in which field they are better. So it would be really good to think of, instead of following their friends, to think of what do I really like. Do I really can be an architect, a construction manager, or a planner? This profession is not a profession that you only study and then be that professional. It needs an interest. Sometimes it needs pre-acquired skills. And I advise them to be best at whatever they are engaged in. This is my advice. Thank you very much.